the game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Wildcats offense will have the opening possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Unloads quickly. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Texas A&M's offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
The short hands, it's Morrow. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Spins away. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. With the catch, it's Mims, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
how about that? The dying breed of the tackling quarterback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
Did the work himself.
I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show him, the defense, that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Lowry. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Headed to the end zone, and he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play, and then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Caught in the backfield, it's Morrow. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Morrow. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback may change this route. Grab near the sticks. It's Riley. Turning it on. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing, and this defense right now, they have no answers.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. This time they'll go to the running game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Sends it back in motion. He'll set up to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Morrow. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get to completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quarterback sneaks ahead. Sneaks it into the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak.
Kentucky, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. To the air, it's Lowry. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Gonna run it. It's Morrow. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work, trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. to the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They want to run this quarterback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give on the inside. Still on his feet at the 45. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll give it to him again. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Hancock. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Back to throw, it's Lowry. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking to throw on 3rd. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. The give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.